And we're back. What's up, everyone? It's Leecon with another episode of Lore of Warcraft here. We're going to continue our journey through all of the quests that are holdover quests from Classic that still exist in retail. We did most of Elwynn Forest. We're going to wrap that up today, so stay a while and listen as we take Gleevenger. We might also be jumping over if we finish early enough today, and bringing us over to start working on Durotar as well. Or, you know what, we might do some Stormwind quests. If there's some Stormwind, we'll wrap a little bow on that. Gotta get that off. Alright, so where were we on the list as we go continue working on our spreadsheet? So Manhunt is, I think, where we're at right now. There is a quest called Manhunt. That quest, if we open that one up, that's Marshall Patterson. That was the result of picking up the Collector quest. So let's go check that out. It looks like he's still ready to rock and roll on this.
King's honor, friend.
Yep. Hail, citizen.
Be careful.
Now I downloaded all these voiceover packs, but apparently that's not working. I don't freaking know. Yeah, when I try to click that, that's causing a Lua error. So I wonder if there's some kind of conflict happening between voiceover and the game. I don't know. Or LVUI. If the Collector is taking gold from our mines, then he's stealing from the kingdom. Bring the Collector to justice. Bring me the ring mentioned in the pickup schedule you gave me. They tell us whom the Collector is working for. That pickup schedule says the Collector is hiding out at the Brackwell Pumpkin Patch. You should search for him there. And we will. What's the next quest in the list? It's called Find the Lost Guards. Oh, well, and Find the Lost Guards is coming out of who? First of all, is Find the Lost Guards part of our quest? I'm pretty sure it is. That's an OG quest, I believe. Yeah, right there. Okay, so that one is coming over from the guard. So on our way down, we might as well pick it up from the guard that's sitting over there by the wanted sign. The wanted sign is part of the Elwynn Forest story, but it is this wanted James Clark. It's just not a quest that we're going to complete because that is a newer Cataclysm class. So in retail, I mean in Classic, these quests do exist, but the Collector, if you recall, is a giant pain in the butt to actually get that quest. You have to randomly, without knowing that it exists, you would just have to randomly be killing mobs you wouldn't normally kill, and hope for a small drop rate. You can kill some of the gnolls up there. I think you can get it off of a couple other guys too. Alright, Find the Lost Guards.
Light bless you.
A few days ago, we sent two guards, Rolf and Malachi, to investigate along the river, and they have not yet returned. To complete my report, I must know what happened to those men. Travel north along the river and find the guards or their remains.
Be careful.
Okay, heroes call Westfall. That's not a thing. I don't think that's a quest. Maybe it is. No, Westbrook Garrison needs help. Not Heroes Call Westfall. Heroes Call Westfall is the new breadcrumb over to Westfall, but we do not need it. Alright, so I'm just coming over here because I want to get this ore as we continue to get as much stuff rocking and rolling so that we can pre-work the things we will need for our blacksmithing quests in the old Red Ridge Mountains. Oh, you want to attack me, sir? I will take your 8 copper. And we are, yeah, so we just found the Brackwell Pumpkin Patch. We are a nice hefty level 8. At 10, we'll be able to start looking at the meta for becoming a protection paladin. Isn't that cool? Alright, let's kill this bandit. Come here, bandit. Great. Here, let's kill this other bandit guard. You little hoochie. Oh, we pulled them all. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's get some of that going. I could have used a heal there. I should have used... Ow. Getting pretty low. Ooh. Okay, we did get the collector's ring. That would have been 100% a death situation in Classic. But I also think you gain different things. Like, you gained Holy Light in Classic. So there are just some spells that... There's a trade-off. I think you maybe would have had a bubble by now. This Will to Survive that removes stun effects. That doesn't exist. The passive reputation bonus that humans got, that's gone. So, there's a lot of changes, you know. This is just about it. We will have to do Hogger at the end. We have this little chain here of the guards. And then that gets us near the end. So... Yeah, discover Rolf's fate, report to Thomas. That is a couple that we need. This is going to get us to Hogger. We've done the collector. Excuse me. Now, Riverpaw Gnoll bounty. That might be a thing. That I think we need to do. I don't think we've done that one yet. That might be from over at the garrison. But let's go ahead and turn in the manhunt. We have no loot really holding us down, so that's good.
Well met. For the Alliance.
Did you find the collector? Did you discover whom he's working for? Oh, we can't look at the ring.
Light bless you.
You found him. Well done, Gleavenger. He won't be collecting from Elwynn mines again. And this ring you found is interesting. It's a membership ring for the old stonemasons guild in Stormwind. I haven't seen one of these in years. It's back in the days when the Defious Brotherhood used to infest this land. I always have a hard time with that.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright.
For the Alliance.
Cool. We gained the Elastic Wrist Guards and Wrangling Grips. He can give us Hero's Call Westfall, but that's not it. This is actually a nice Stormwind Plate Gloves. +4 to armor, +2 strength, +3 stam. So just an upgrade to our gloves across the board. Our outfit looks... We gotta get new pants. These pants look like little undies. And, even better... We got a second bag. It just automatically gets slotted. The collecting bag. It is an 8-slot bag. Hooray for us. Alright, so now to... So we just did Manhunt. Great. Love it. Alright, so the next on our list is Hogger, of course, but find the Lost Guards, discover Rolf's fate, report to Thomas. That is all on the list. Find the Lost Guards, discover Rolf's fate, and report to Thomas. These are all things that exist. Where do Riverpaw Gnoll bounty come from? Let's look at this bad boy. Okay, that gets picked up way over there, so that's not until we go try to fight Hogger. So let's finish off this little quest line. There's also a quest called Cloth. I think after we do this, then they kind of give us the voucher, this cloth and leather armor. That is a quest we need to pick up. So I think we have to help them out with this guard situation first. And if it's like Classic, if you remember, the guards were captured or killed and eaten by the Murloc. Okay. And the sound of the water. There's definitely massive sound and music improvements over Classic. When we go back to Goldshire, we will also work on there's old Rolf. It's still there, just like it used to be. A big old pack of guts. And look, there is an actual human playing. For although much has been stripped from the corpse, strewn nearby is a medallion with the words Footman Malachi Stone etched upon it. There you go. Upon further searching the area, you find webbed footprints leading east along the shore of Stone Cairn Lake. In the distance to the east, you can just barely make out a Murloc village. Perhaps Rolf's fate ended there. Okay, so find the lost guards. There we go. Manhunt's where we started. Find the lost guards. Guards. And we will do that. To the other side of the lake we go. Love it. Yeah, I'm going to scrap fishing on this character. I'm only going to make my fishing... be on one account. I kind of wanted to make a druid my main, but if I make the orc rogue my main and have that be... we might do that too. I kind of like having the idea of a horde main. I haven't had a horde main. Haven't had a horde main in a while. Yeah, so far, mana has not been an issue. Come here, you little bozo. Cool, a staff that we can sell. Alright. I like this, just that we can go plow into a big group of dudes and it won't matter. I also like that consecration is just a stat. It's just something that happens now. Yeah. That's easy peasy. Alright, those pants are worse. Shocking. Than what we have. Where is... where's our dude at? I should try out that new healing. Actually, I'm gonna do that next time. I didn't want that to do that. Next time I get 3 points saved up, we'll use our new heal. Okay, there it is. There's the other guts. Is that his body right there, or is that like an NPC? There's the new heal. Yeah, see, it's just a strong heal. Dang it, don't do that to me, bro. Stop giving me clams. Nobody wants your freaking clams, man. Oh yeah, that is a person. She died. Lucy died next to it. You find around the neck of the corpse a metal medallion inscribed with the words, Footman Rolf Hartford. Now that you have both medallions, deliver them to guard Thomas at the bridge so that he might know the fate of his murdered guards. So, discover Rolf's fate. We have done it. The Murlocs. So, obviously, when that dude said, I'm not really worried about Murlocs, I feel like we're giving him evidence to worry. Yes, worry about them, bro. They just killed multiple of your guards. Also, they're freaking annoying. Even here, they behave very similarly. Oh, look, there's a Worgen. Bob Worgen. A druid. That's a cool class. For Worgen. Alright. Now, this is probably going to be our only human ever. That's one thing that we have to be very careful about as we make these classes. Once we make them, we most likely will not be making another of that race, because there's too many races in the game. Classes? Sure. There's only around 12 or so, and we have to do one class on each faction anyway. And we ultimately will need to mess around with all the different specs. We have the room to do that, so really we could be doing 3 of every class. So if that's the case, you know, we might go ahead and change things out. I'm not as concerned with getting these guys to max level. That can happen in the future. We can grind out levels as needed later. There's a lot of different ways to do that. Alright. How's our bag space? Okay. We do have Rolf's medallion in hand, though. Rolf and Malachi's medallions. Okay.
Need help?
Report to Thomas.
Light bless you.
Hello, Gleevenger. Have you discovered the fates of Rolf and Malachi?
Careful.
You have confirmed my fears, Gleevenger. Murlocs are a threat we cannot ignore.
Light bless you.
Alright, so we just completed report to Thomas. And then he gives us... Whoopsie. the quest cloth and leather armor. Love it. We're just about done. For your shrewdness and valor, I have a marker here that is good for 1 piece of armor. I want you to take it to Sarah Timberland at the Eastvale login camp. Give her the marker, and she'll fashion the armor for you. And after you receive it, Revenger, use it in defense of Elwynn. Eastvale is just east of this post across the bridge. Okay, so, cool. If you had done that before you ever visited the Eastvale camp, you would now have a little breadcrumb into said camp. When we work on all the things, so if you look at like the different things that are available, we haven't even really dug into this. So of course, Norshire's killing us because that's a big part of our completion and a big part of the quests. So until we go back and do Norshire, we're kind of stuck on this. So that's why I'm not even really messing with that, all the things yet. That's not the mindset that we're in right now.
Light be with you.
I have been commissioned by the Stormwind Army to supply the people with their cloth and leather armor. If you have a marker for me, then I'd be happy to make you something.
Safe
Oh, we have to.
travels.
We can read this too. This armor marker is good for 1 piece of leather or cloth armor, redeemable at the Timberland household within Eastvale logging camp. Well, we don't need either of those two
You
things.
need something? Farewell.
See, she gives us plate though. It's a lie, and it is an upgrade. Ah, thank you for the marker. Please feel free to pick your choice of armor. Luck to you, brave paladin, and may this armor serve you well.
Light bless you.
So it does say it is called Studded Arm Protector, but it counts as plate. +2 to armor, +1 strength, +2 to stam. You can't see it over my goofy gloves. You could get a well-stitched robe or hand-welded leggings as well. And that was called cloth and leather armor. Cloth and leather armor. Back in the day, that might have actually been what you had to get. Okay, next on the list is the Riverpaw Gnoll Bounty and then Hogger. That is all that's left, and I think those might be the only two we have left. Hogger, Riverpaw Gnoll Bounty. Oh, we also have to do Give Gerard a Drink. We can do that on the way. We did that one. And Westbrook Garrison needs help. We have to do that one as well. Okay. We did that. We did that one. That's how we started. Report to Thomas. Okay. So those are the 3 quests we have left. Or 4 quests. Westbrook Garrison needs help. Give Gerard a drink. Riverpaw Gnoll Bounty and Hogger. So we have 4 quests. Meanwhile, I think we can fly from here to Goldshire. This guy has heroes call Westfall. He does not have Westbrook Garrison needs help.
Hey there.
Okay, so, wow, look at that. So you can zoom in a little bit, so that's cool.
See you around.
There's just so many maps now. Alright, so if we look at Westbrook Garrison needs help and see where that one comes from. That gives you the bounty. Okay, so that's cool. So we will pick that up. We also need to go to the Give Gerard a Drink. That is the, whoa. That is the repeatable dude right there down at the farm. So we do need to go do that one quest. That's from back in the day. You trade a water for an apple. So, cool. While we're in Goldshire, we will play around. Oh, we're so close to leveling up. To hitting level 9. That's cool, the Armies of Stormwind. Also, so great to be able to fly on a flight path. Man, this Goldshire is a hot mess. Okay, so let's talk to this guy. There you go. Westbrook Garrison needs help.
What can I do for you? Go with honor.
The
friend.
garrison on our western border sends word of increasing Gnoll and thief activity. They're requesting we send more Stormwind soldiers, but we just don't have any to spare. If you can help, we could use it. Go and speak with Deputy Rayner at the Westbrook garrison and see what he needs done. The garrison is down the road to the west. After you cross the bridge over the small brook, it will be to the right.
Light bless you.
Cool.
Be careful.
Okay, we're not doing Heroes Call Westfall. We don't need that. What we can do is do some good old smelting. Nope, wrong button. We have 33 copper to smelt. I like this timer. It gives us the total amount. 33 copper is only going to take us less than 50 seconds. I love that. Now we're about to be at plus... we're about to be at 50 mining soon. Which, there you go. So now we are eligible to become a next miner. Which, when we finish Stormwind here, I mean, that's one good reason to go to Stormwind. We can also go to the bank. And the bank we can store until we get ready to go do Red Ridge. We can store some of our stuff. Okay. Now, let's do some blacksmithing. I want to make the grinding stones. I don't know what we're going to need those for, but it will help raise our inventory quite a bit. And then we can work on... When we get to the city, I'll work on the... I mean, I kind of want to work on some of this, but... Our gold is going down. So I don't love that. Or not going down, I guess, but... It is... There you go, we're at 50 blacksmithing. Now, 51. Okay, so that's cool.
Greetings.
These are different. Okay, so now we can learn runed copper gauntlets. Runed copper pants. He cannot teach us the next tier, though. But we need some gauntlets and pants and all that crap. So I'm going to save that again for when we are in Stormwind. Said I was at 100% durability, but... Alright, we can save that for... Yeah, there we go. We're adding... some of this stuff in. I need to save that cloth because now that is used for some of the stuff that we have. Alright. We now... There's no flight path over there, so we just have to hoof it. That's okay. Oh, wait a minute. First we gotta go down and give this guy a drink. So, give Gerard a drink, and then we turn that in, and we just have the infamous... the quest to kill the Gnolls, and then the finale of the zone will be getting Hogger. And we're level 9, so that's great. Give Gerard a drink. He's at one of these... farm areas. Just loving it, guys. I truly have been having fun. Oh yeah, thanks. Alright, we just gained Hand of Reckoning. So it's a taunt. I love that. Okay, I like to have, like, my taunts down there. So that's gonna give me the ability to tank. I actually probably need to have that. I'm changing my mind. We're gonna move my taunt onto that side. That is a pet person. That's not the right thing. Alright, so here is a repeatable quest that still exists in the game since the beginning. Gerard Tiller, next to Billy McClure.
You need something?
Says, Foreman is thirsty work and I'm always looking for refreshing spring water. If you have any, then I'm willing to make a trade.
Have a good one.
Thanks, Avenger, and come back if you want to trade again.
Later.
Okay, so we got a shiny red apple. Does nothing. But we traded just a water for it. So give Gerard a drink. Exists still. This one is actually give Gerard a... Is it lowercase or uppercase? A. Lower. A drink. And that one is a repeatable. So let's change the color. That was just checking the box there. Okay, now we walk over to the garrison for our finale of the zone. While we're walking over, let's check and see, is Stormwind on our list of places and things to do? Yes, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Stormwind quests. Cool. So, some of these we can do now, some of them we won't be doing quite yet. So, for instance, there's the Paranol Tiara. That requires you to go recover the Paranol Tiara. You have to be at least level 7, so we could do it. The journey has just begun. Oh, now that's a level 30. What does that require you to do? A Dragon Slayer and a Seasoned Leather Worker. You need a leatherworking skill of 300. Good to know. Okay, so we will have to have a Master Leather Worker. What else do you need? Anything else? To get the Onyxia scale, you have to get the Onyxia head, start the quest. You go to Stormwind, and after you turn it in, if you're a level 300 leather worker, you get this. I cannot. Come on. Alright, so that is later. Good to know. So we'll have to, at the very, very end of our run, we'll have to have a level 300 leather worker. Alright, so here's a nice little area.
Light be with you.
Hello, Paladin. Hope you come to bolster our ranks. Beasts and thieves are spilling into our beloved Elwynn, and we barely have enough men to keep the roads safe. And if you haven't done so, read that notice about Hogger. He's a beast in yonder woods that must be dealt with.
For the Alliance.
Master Dugan sent you, eh? Well, you're not from the army, but if Dugan sent you, that's good enough for me. Our situation is, to say the least, a stressed one. Hope you can give us a hand.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright, give us the Riverpaw Gnoll bounty. Those brutish creatures with no decent business in these lands have been seen along the borders of Elwynn Forest. A large pack of them, many more than we can handle alone, have infested the woods south of the guard tower yonder. Another group have infested the areas near Stonecairn Lake to the east. The Stormwind army will commend whomever helps kill them. Bring me their painted Gnoll armbands as proof of your deed. Cool, and here you can get Wanted Hogger, the infamous. Wanted Hogger. A huge Gnoll Hogger is prowling the woods in southwestern Elwynn. He has overpowered all attempts at his capture. The Stormwind army has placed a generous bounty on the Gnoll. To earn the reward, bounty hunters should venture into the woods and deal the beast. Excellent. Alright, so that's cool. Can you still get Onyxia's head and turn it in? So that quest may be, like, no longer actually available anymore. We'll have to check that, but I actually think you might be able to. I'm just checking around this garrison. There is a little shop guy in here. What does he sell? He's a morale officer, so what do morale officers sell? Liquor.
See you later.
Love it. Alright, we're going to go down in. Let me go ahead and eat one of my spiced wolf meats also. Give myself that +1 stam before we head out into the wide world. So we are being a little weird here because we skipped the entire starting questline by doing it this way. But who cares? It does adhere to our purposes. So we're creating characters that we're out here in the world doing things that really we've already done in Classic. So we're just, with a different skin, replaying this set of stuff. Now, how do we get to start the next expansions and stuff like that? That's something we'll have to determine in the future. Oh, I see a silver-bound treasure chest down there. I see... Oh, a rare. Yeah, he was killed. Alright, I'm gonna go down to this chest over here. Why not? Hello, mateys. What's happening? Okay, we got 2 armbands, so drop rate's good. What is this? The Severing Axe? Oh, it's a 2-handed axe. So never mind. I don't want that. Oh, Hogger's down this away now. Oh, that bear aggroed me. I'm a pretty decent way away. I guess give me the bear meat. Got some chicken. What is that? Quest. That's called Furlbrow's Deed. That is a quest that did exist before for Westfall. So that's another example of a quest that is not the same as it was. Just killing these gnolls while we're out and about here. So that's neat. Again, they made a rare, obscure breadcrumb easier to find. Alright, there's Hogger and Elite. Let's do it. Come here, mate. Grr, fresh meat. Whoa, whoa. Hogger is eating. Stop him. No, no hurt Hogger. Hold your blade, adventurer. General Hammond Clay. Wow. So this is different also. Now you're not killing Hogger. They're going to capture him. This beast leads the Riverpaw Gnoll gang and may be the key to ending Gnoll aggression in Elwynn. We're taking him into custody in the name of King Varian Ring. No. Ow. Take us to the stockades, Andromath, because he's a new stockades boss you can fight. Cool. Also, that quest, we'll come back and get that later when we do Westfall quests. Because that is a quest from the original, that Furlbrow Deed. That was, again, another quest that... Dang it. Oh, I missed him. So if you use that shield when you're out of the range, it'll make you pay. Alright, so we go turn Wanted Hogger into that guy. We're going to go turn in the Riverpaw bounty, then go turn in Hogger, and then we're going to go to Stormwind for whichever quests we can do. So the journey has just begun. How the new improved level 80 Onyxia. So that's going to be, I guess, tricky. It might be hard for us to get some characters high enough level, but maybe not. I mean, we're leveling at a pretty good clip, but we are essentially going to have to get, who knows what level Onyxia is now, and can you, like, out-level that content and go fight Onyxia? Who the heck knows? Can you join a group to fight Onyxia? I don't know. But we are going to have to try to fight Onyxia.
Greetings. Light bless you.
Hail, Glevenger! Have you been killing those?
For the Alliance.
Oh, so you've been busy. Yeah, well, thanks, Glevenger.
Light bless you.
Cool. Alright, so we gained a couple Urchin's Pants and Riverpaw Gnoll, whatever. But we gained some new boots. +4 armor, +2 strength, +3 stam. There we go. They're hideous. We have a 2-handed sword, too, that we don't need. And now we will walk back and turn in that quest in Goldshire. That is called Riverpaw Gnoll Bounty. So I'm a little bit worried, I'm going to say. I'll give it... I mean, it's not really a worry. It's just how viable will it be to actually complete that quest? Also, who will our leather worker be? We do need a combination of 4 characters on each just for the professions. And I'm going to make my alchemist my druid. So that means, I guess, our hunter, who I'm going to make the dwarf, I guess that hunter is going to be a skinner. So whatever version of dwarfish hunter that I make, that will have to be our skinner. And then, yeah, I guess the gnomish mage that we eventually make will be our tailor and tailor enchanter. Just so that we can complete these quests. So some of the Stormwind quests are going to be tagged to come back and do. That's okay. So I'll add them to the list on the TBD list as we go through. We're going to do as many of the Stormwinds as we can, but there are a couple we have to wait on. Which is totally fine. That's just natural. Stormwind is a major hub. So we'll do the ones that we can do. We'll upgrade some of our professions a little bit. We'll find an archaeology trainer, even though we don't need archaeology. And that's cool. I think I have that mount. Pretty cool mount.
What can I do for you? For the Alliance?
He did what? Great. Now we have a bloodthirsty beast right beneath the streets of Stormwind with a whole army of gnolls at his command. Definitely an improvement. I feel safer already. Here's your reward, Gleevenger, but promise me you'll check in with the Stockades guards in Stormwind at some point just to ensure that things are going smoothly. Okay. Okay, nice. Pants upgrade. And they gave us a blue upgrade. I don't know what triggers you getting this upgrade, but now this is plus 7 armor, 3 strength, 5 stam. Finally got some new pants. Hallelujah. Okay, so that was Wanted Hogger. Wanted. Oops. Wanted. And then Hogger is, for some reason, in quotes. We have now completed all of the OG quests for there you go, gained that. Yeah, those I guess we already have. They're not. Okay. We're gonna go into Elwynn really quick. But we have all of the OG, I mean not Elwynn, we're gonna go into the inn to cook up these last couple pieces of wolf meat we've been getting. See if I can get to another tier. Yeah, give me some more. You can get 11 points there. We needed to get to 50, so it's not really doing us any favors. We can see if he has any other recipes for trading. And I don't know what riding, if you're going to have to train riding, I don't know how that's going to work. All right, good. And we're going to put some things in our bank. We're going to put those jewels in the bank. I don't know that you need jewels anymore.
Hello.
Okay, we can learn venison jerky. That requires stag flanks. But, hey. Alright, off we go. Now, we could fly into Stormwind if we want. Sure, I guess. It's probably free. And now we're going to look at, as we fly in to Stormwind. Let's take a peek here at the next set. So, Stormwind is the next set. There are some quests as we look at our spreadsheet here. So, Paranal Tiara. That's technically an Alterac Mountains quest. We can hold off on that. And the journey has just begun. We can hold off on that. The Lord of Blackrock. My guess is you have to be level 30 for that anyway. That is a series. That is a two-parter series. The Lord of Blackrock. It's a step 1 and step 2. Those want you to bring the head of Nefarian. So you need to kill these. So this is people talking about there are phase issues in 2024. We'll deal with that, but those quests are if we can complete the Blackrock Spire. So we're going to add those 3 quests to our to be done. Let's do it right now. So we're going to add, first of all, the Parental Tiara. That one's easy. This is going to be on our TBD. So we can add them right away in the Parental Tiara. That is just going to be added in when we go to Alterac Mountains. Whenever we're ready to do those quests. We have the Parental Tiara. Then the other one is called The Journey Has Just Begun. Let's just add. Yeah. The Journey Has Just Begun. That is going to happen when we go do Onyxia. Okay. And then the Lord of Blackrock Mountain. Is that what it's called? The Lord of Blackrock. The Lord of Blackrock, step 1 and 2. Those are going to be after we do Blackwing Lair. Okay, so those can all happen in this run. We're just not ready for them quite yet. But there are still some others we can do. Let's just go down the list. I'm pretty sure all the rest are just one-offs. Oh, man. All right, so not counting the rest of those, there is Elmore's Task. Darn it. That is the... We have to fly back to Goldshire. That quest is available... I should have kept it open. That's from the blacksmith. Darn it. So we got to go back to the blacksmith. Oh, look, a Griffin Keeper. If you want to buy Griffins, they're not that expensive, I guess. Alright, so whoopsie. At least it's free to fly back and forth. But we have to go here, and this will give us Storm Pike's delivery. And that wants us to deliver a package to the guy for Loch Modan. We will do that. We'll just go take a path. I mean, we probably have the flight path already opened up. Normally, though, what you could do, we're going to be lazy and we're going to use the flight path. But what you could do is take the tram to Ironforge and then walk over to Loch Modan. So we're going to go with Elmore's Task.
Can I help you? For the Alliance.
There's a dwarven weaponsmith in Stormwind, Grimond Elmore, who sent word that he needs help with a delivery. I believe he wants a package sent to his homeland in the north. You have a sturdy pair on you, so if you're interested in some legwork, then speak with Grimond. We could use you down here, but we must also keep our ties strong with the dwarves. You can find Grimond Elmore at the weapon shop in the Dwarven district of Stormwind in the northeast section of town.
See you around for the Alliance.
Okay, so there we go. We're going to now sail back.
How are you? Safe travel.
And he'll give us the Storm Pike delivery quest, so that'll be the last one we do. The Dark Moon Fair. That's actually about to open. We could pick this up today. So we maybe can find that. We'll look for that because Dark Moon Fair is about to start. But we might not be able to turn it in today. It might take a day or two. I don't know when Dark Moon Fair kicks off. Is it Tuesday whenever they do server reset? It might be a couple days before we can turn that one in.
Hello.
Look, this is a quartermaster too if you want to buy other stuff.
Safe travels.
Eventually, we'll buy everything. Right? So that we can do all the things. Oopsie. Alright, so we are heading over to the Dwarven District over here to turn that quest in. Also, we will do our smelting while we're by the blacksmithing. Start collecting things for our quest, Red Ridge quest, yada yada yada. I mean, I'm coming from Classic, so I'm used to doing everything by foot anyway. There's a Warcraft rumble machine. Done that a little bit. I think that started in Dragonflight, maybe? I don't know. But it's not quests we have to worry about. Those kind of things, I don't know. They might kill us later in the game. When we are worried about trying to get every quest. If there are like some freaking Warcraft rumble quests that require gacha type elements, that's gonna suck. I mean, there's already stuff like that that's happening in Classic, in Eastern Plaguelands, where we technically want to do everything at some point in time. We're going to have to just go to... grind out those stupid things. Oh, look, the forge. How does that work? Oh, just click the forge and it opens up your blacksmithing now? Cool. Alright, so...
What can I do for you?
This guy, we're 51. What level do you have to be to get the next tier of blacksmithing? What is he? He's just a blacksmithing trainer.
Be good.
A
Come,
locksmith.
let us parley. Come back any time.
He's an apprentice blacksmith.
See you around.
Okay, so
Great to meet you.
yeah, I don't see anything,
Your
but
feet on the ground.
okay, so let's look really quick at the blacksmithing quests before we go here. All right, there's 2 alliance ones. We need 6 copper axes and 6 copper chain belts. So I can make those are only 6 each, so I need to make 6. Cool, which will increase my skill as a blacksmith. Okay. Can you train me more?
Well met.
No.
See you soon.
Okay. We also need 6 copper axes. They require... I only can make 4 right now. So I need 4 weak fluxes. From the blacksmithing supplier.
Hi.
They're a silver each. Cool. I think it's kind of neat that this quest still exists when, like, nobody cares. This will get me to 60 also, so maybe the blacksmith is worth it. Like, maybe I can do something with it. Alright, I'm 60. Can I train?
No.
No. Why, bro? Okay, oh, 65 is the next tier
Keep your
of
feet
stuff.
on the ground.
Alright, so that's fine. Fine, I'm fine with that, I'm fine. Let's go turn in this other thing. So we're not ready, but that's alright because we're not at Red Ridge anyway. We're not going to need that until Red Ridge. Where's the mining trainer? Oh, here's another
I'm the
blacksmithing
finest
trainer.
wares in the land. Be good.
Axe merchant.
Safe
Here's
travels.
this dude.
You're here to help with my delivery. Very good.
Safe travels.
Alright, we just completed Elmore's task. That is the first one of the Stormwind quests.
The Stormpikes are a respected Dwarven clan and are well known for their fine and discerning tastes. So it's no wonder that Gringer's Stormpike, a mountaineer of Ironforge, commissioned me to craft him a weapon. The weapon is finished, but Mountaineer Stormpike is far away in distant Lochmodan. If you plan on travelling to the north, can you deliver this package to him? My last message from Mountaineer Stormpike said he's stationed at the Northern Guard Tower at Lochmodan.
Okay, now the let's look and see where this quest is for Darkmoon Fair. Since it's so close, we could consider picking it up, but not really super duper worried about it because we can come back to it during the Darkmoon Fair. Looks like it's picked up right there from Melnan Darkstone, who is right in the middle of the trade district. Oh, while we're here, let's talk to the mining guy. I think we can learn... What's our mining at right now? 54. I thought you had to be 50 to learn your next tier of mining. Look, there's another bank. Let's go stick some stuff in the bank right now. Engineering trainer. That's cool. Let's go put all those copper axes and things in our bank. All the belts and axes. Hello.
King's honor.
Phineas G. Bankworthy. Additional storage.
Light bless you.
What is that? Can I just go here?
Good day to you.
A gold? I can't just have any for free? What? That's messed up, bro. I don't have a gold.
Have a good one. You need something?
So I can't just put anything in the bank right now? Oh man, that stinks. I would not have built all this stuff right now. Alright, fine. I guess we're stuck with that. We're stuck juggling our inventory for a little while until I can afford to dump a gold on that. Okay. Which is lame because now top priority is going to be getting that out of there. Good to know, I guess. Now, is it account wide? Probably not. I would no, it can't be. Because I'm sure my main character has already dumped. I think he's already maxed out all of the gold spots. Alright, so we're going into the trade district to see if the Darkmoon Fair guy is there. I don't anticipate. I don't know. He could be. That sucks that we have to now sit on 10 of our inventory is taken up by... And these 3 gems, too. Painful. Plus I have 1 copper bar just sitting there. I also don't know if we are going to have to spend a gold to buy riding. I did see that it costs a gold, but I wonder, do you just get riding for free? So we're going to find out when we hit level 10, I believe. If we just get it for free, then that's fine. I can invest my... As soon as I get 95 silver, we can invest it. Also, we're very close to hitting Honored with Stormwind already. Alright, so the person's name is... It says Darkmoon Fair Mystic Mage. It is at 6273. So we are very close. Somewhere around here? Oh, I went down. That's the wine shop advert. Where would it be? In this little green building. Looks like it's where we're at right now. So it just might not be there yet. And that's fine, because there's also... it can also be picked up from this person. Melanin Darkstone. Oh, it says unknown. So anyway, let's see what people say. If you did this quest before, it's not available to players who completed... Okay, but we haven't. The first Friday of the month. Oh, the fair actually starts on the first Monday, but maybe that's a Sunday, so it could be there tomorrow. Hard to say, really. This is something that I guess we'll just have to look at. I don't see this person, though. It is called a Dark Moon Fair Mystic Mage. If you really look, it is at the top corner of that building. So I'm not sure what we're looking at here. If you really scroll, it should be like right around this corner, either in that building or right here. And I don't see it anywhere. So I'm wondering if it's either not available or anymore, or what the story is for that. If you click that, look, there's another one available there. People say they're in Iron Forge. Oh, yeah, there's a lot people say. Just inside the fair. Weird. Okay, so we'll check it out when the Dark Moon Fair starts. Let's look at our calendar and see. Yeah, Dark Moon Fair starts tomorrow, so we can always just check it out. And as a matter of fact, I don't even really super duper care, because we are not doing Dark Moon Fair yet. So that can actually wait to any time we want to do Dark Moon Fair. So the Dark Moon Fair, we'll add that to our TBD. The Alliance version. The Dark Moon Fair. And we're going to wait until we do Dark Moon Fair. Okay. Perfect. What's our record? All right, we're still good on time. Yeah. All right. Dang it. Okay, so looking over at the next, what else is available? Stormpike's Delivery, we have that. So there's only 3 others. Wine Shop Advert, Harlen Needs a Resupply, and Package for Thurman. I think they're all tied to each other. It's a little chain if we start right here. So here we go.
What can I do for you?
Wine Shop Advert.
You talk to anyone about wine, then you know we Gallinus sell the best wine in Stormwind. And we're not far, still in the trade district among the city's lovely canals. Here, take this pamphlet. Bring it to my sister Suzetta at our shop for a complimentary bottle of the famous Dalaran Noir. You won't regret it. Okay, we will do this now. You could sell it for money. I don't know if you get to... We need money right now. I don't know if there... I think there's achievement for drinking like every liquor in the game. Wine ticket. The Galena Winery.
This is like an RP quest, really. Hello.
Well met.
And he sells it, so we can always buy it later on in the game.
Looking for something specific?
Greetings and welcome, Master. Have you yet tried one of our
Go
fine
with me, my
wines?
friend.
Ah, so you've seen Renato. Well, here you are, sir, a bottle of our special Dalaran Noir. You'll not find its equal in all of
Be
Azeroth.
careful.
We are now honored with Stormwind, and I'm going to sell this Dalaran Noir. Sorry, guys. I need all the little money I can get right now. So Wine Shop Advert is one of 3 real Stormwind quests that you can complete. Or one of 4 or 5, I guess. We're doing this one. Wine Shop Advert. Perfect. Okay. And that will allow us to... We now need to look at the next one, which is Harlen needs a resupply. Where's that guy at? I think that's a 2-parter. All right, so that is in the middle. Harlen Bagley. Gosh, I hate the new glitching I'm having with tabbing and minimizing. Okay, so we're looking for Harlen needs a resupply. Somewhere here in the middle, it is found at Harlen Bagley, like dead center of the town. Some dude, Harlen Bagley. There's a hobo right there. Oh, you can see it. This Lionheart Armory. Greetings. There he is, Harlen Bagley.
How are you?
We've been doing a lot of business lately. Seems like everyone's buying armor and sturdy clothes. Almost like they expect a cold, harsh season ahead. But those are future worries. My worry today is that I'm running out of knitted clothing to sell. I'll need another load from our supplier. If you could take this request to Rema Schneider at the Canal Tailor and Fit Shop, I'll be most grateful.
Safe travels.
So I think this was originally like a breadcrumb to let you know, like, there's a ton of different tailors. For whatever reason, Stormwind divided its tailors among multiple people. Says it's up here? Oh, darn it, must be next door. Or on the other side of the building, actually. Other side, on the canal. So these are just kind of getting to know Stormwind quests that are cool, that they still exist. Isn't that cute? Here's the Canal Tailor and Fit Shop. Love it. Hey guys, what's up?
Hello.
You bring word from Mr. Bagley.
Safe travels.
Says here that Harlen's business is booming. That's good news. But I wonder why people have need of all that armor. I've heard nothing of open war. Is there something the nobles aren't telling us? Well, thank you for bringing the request. Here's your payment, and I'll see to it that Harlen gets his supplies.
Have a good one.
8 silver? Yes, please. Corbett, you there? Harlen needs another load of knitted goods. Can you take it to him? My pleasure, Sugar Drop. I'll be back soon. Okay, so Harlen needs a resupply. Is done. Harlen needs a resupply. Got it. And now she gives us the last one we need to do in this area before we head to Stormbite Delivery. Package for Thurman. My son Thurman is an apprentice at the Larson Clothiers in the Mage Quarter. He was in a hurry today and forgot his shears and needles. I know a great paladin like you must have important tasks at hand, but without his tools, Thurman can't do his apprentice work. Please, Glevenger, can you take my son's sewing kit to him? Larson's Clothiers is one of 2 clothing shops in the Mage Quarter. It's the one deeper in the Mage's
See you
Tower.
later.
So again, breadcrumbs to that. Pretty cool stuff. So after this, we're going to get on the flight path and fly over to Storm... Oopsie, I took it off. Dang it. There we go. That's where we need to go. So we're going to fly over to Felsamar. Since we already have that, I'm going to take advantage of the convenience of already having the flight path, rather than making us walk and tram and journey all the way over there. Before we do that, though, let's set our Hearthstone here to Stormwind. And let's turn in... Oh, where is the boy? It says he's upstairs, but not upstairs here, so... Maybe next door. What is that place? Oh yeah, I forgot there's an herbalism trainer just chilling in the streets. Oh, I also want to visit the archaeology trainer. Okay, so I want to visit that as well to learn our last profession. There we go, Larson's Clothiers. Yet another tailoring shop. Here's the boy. Hi, Thurman. Are you here to buy clothes? Oh, blast, I thought forgetting my kit would free me from work. Now I guess I'll have to help the Larsons with their sewing. Oh well, fun will come later, I guess. Perfect. So, package for Thurman is done. Love it. Alright, so that's all of the... well, we have one more. We have that Stormpike delivery. Alright, so now we're going to go over and get our archaeology training. Way the heck over there. Ugh. No. What are we supposed to be under here? And then we will set our Hearthstone. And then we will fly. But then at the end of the flying, we can hearth back. I'll set my Hearthstone to this inn right here for now. As we continue our journeys through. Now, there's all kinds of things we haven't explored in Stormwind. We're not doing it like we did last time, where we really spent a whole episode exploring the whole zone.
Need help?
Let me set my Hearthstone.
Light
What is she talking about?
You need something?
Who are the lore walkers that have come to the city? Oh, speaking... Also, let's look at that. When does the next event start? Feast of Wintervale ended yesterday, so that one's gone. I don't care about that. I'm looking really, when does Lunar Festival start? Love is in the air. Lunar Festival starts mid-February. Good. So we have a little bit of time before I have to worry about starting that one. Thank goodness. That one's time-consuming, and that will give us time to have our characters be a little bit more strong. Alright, so we're going to wrap this quest up today. This guy, and we're going to, still on the same episode, we're going to move over to our Duraton quests. As we fly to Lochmadon, we will explore... What is this? Suited for smithing. Oh, I'm wearing my blacksmithing equipment. That's cool, I guess. I look like a good old blacksmith. Stormwind Keep. So the archaeologist trainer is training in Stormwind Keep. We'll do a little count on how many quests out of the 550 or so quests that we need to complete. 530, 540. We'll see how much progress we've made. But we have essentially cleared Elwynn Forest, which, interestingly enough, other than Northshire, by and large did not change, has not changed in the 21 years of this game. Now the rewards, some little tweaks of dialogue, the convenience of flying there. I have no idea what this is. Lights Chosen. Some of these things are... We're walking by and I'm like, yeah, recognize that. Some of them I'm like, ooh, I have no idea what that is. Like this guy, I have no idea. But maybe he starts us on another expansion. Oh, that's the Paranoid Tiara. So when we go to, it's cool. What's that quest? This is starting a bunch of stuff. So that's cool too. Who is the king? Oh, Turalian is king now. Good. That's neat. I think I read that somewhere. I like Turalian, so he would make a good king, but no idea where all the other people are. Hopefully we learn that as we do our quests. Here's where a bunch of the lores... Was that a frickin' Forsaken? A rare elite humanoid named Stanley. You could still find a bunch of the books. There's our archaeology trainer. We're just gonna learn it. Oh, you can still learn. I don't know what the... Okay, so we have all of... Well, a lot of the archaeology. Not all of it, but I gained a lot of it. It'll just let us use archaeology in a lot of the zones. I don't even know that archaeology is really much of a thing anymore. Who is that dude? Just an interesting guy. We'll explore Stormwind later more in the future. Just a weird looking dude. I like how he has an atypical character model though. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's gonna be nice to finally get him out. Yeah, very, very, very. But honestly, when we finish this quest, we should get it. This Stormpike delivery. We might even get it as we fly over there, just from picking stuff up. It says we will. We have the tiniest pinch of rested XP right now too. Alright, so as we fly over, look at that guy just sleeping on the street. Run Golderung. As we fly over, we'll take a peek at, we'll start setting up what old Gleekon's gonna do as well. Our orc. I gotta start thinking of some names because we have the other starting zone to do after this. I think we'll start our dwarf, who we now know we're gonna have to make a master skinner. So I'm gonna make a dwarf hunter. Who we'll have to name. And then we will do... I'm going to hold off on the trolls and the gnomes and make them only when I need to for their class quests, because there's a strong chance we're going to... The troll I'm less scared about because we could just hop on the water, I think, and escape that island. But there's a chance that... Alright, we need to go to... There we go. Dulcimar. 44 copper. There's a chance we're going to have to escape in order to create those character classes. But that is what it is. Okay. So next, let's make a new zone for Durotar. Okay. And that's going to be bold, centered, and with the background paint being like that. Right? Looks weird, but okay. We'll work on our first quest after. This one's done. We do have Stormpike's delivery still ahead of us, so now we're going to go back to Durotar. With this girl... Oh, by the way, let's look at... What do we... Oh, let's take a minute and think of our class combos for this. So we have our rogue. We're going to make a Forsaken Warlock. I think that makes sense to be the Alchemist. That just is very potiony. When we make a Troll Priest, that one could be our Enchanter, right? That's fine. And then the Warrior could be the... Well, actually, we're going to get to have an extra one. The Warrior could be the Blacksmith if we want. And then that leaves engineering. Oh, and leatherworking. Oh, so we need 5 sets. Am I right? Because we need to have a blacksmith, we need to have an engineer, we need to have a tailor / enchanter, we need a leatherworker, and we need an alchemist. That's not even counting the new profession, so we actually need 5. So we're going to be missing one on Alliance. Alliance, I think we're locked in because we need a blacksmith on both. Let's see, but at professions, let's see what we have here. Plus, of course, we need the different types of things. Okay, so look, Winter Spring only has 1 quest now. It's pretty much completely been eradicated. There is a Warlock quest, so we will have to have a Warlock, and the Warlock is going to require the fine gold thread. It's the only thing that we still need. Interesting. So we might want to make our Warlock... Well, since we have to have a... Okay, good to know. So we might want to make our Warlock the Alchemist. Tons of Teldrassil. And there might be some hidden things like that quest we just saw in Stormwind where we need a Skinner. We have a tailoring quest. That looks to be neutral. So that could be either. And they might not correctly be tagged. We do have some rogue quests. Now, if you look, there are no... Oh yeah, there are warrior-only quests at the end when we get to Temple of Encourage. So we are going to need every single class at the level of Encourage. There's no... So that means at least to level 30. There's no way around that. Yes, we have a few rogue quests still. Rocket Chicken is considered its own thing. We do have a few Paladin quests. That's okay, though. We've made a Paladin. Don't know where... How do we miss this quest? Symbol of Life? That's an Iron Forge. Ah. Okay. We can do that while we're here. Bailor's Ore Shipment. Where's that? That's found in Loch Modan. This is a Paladin quest? Weird. Okay. Oh, it says this quest may no longer be available. I don't think this quest exists anymore. I see. Okay, so Bailor's Ore Shipment is not actually available. So that's fine. We can kind of take a peek at that as well. It did say, this was that part of getting your hammer. So it would have been available from a guy named Bailor Stonehand. So if you look at it, he's right in the middle at 3645. Okay, so if we go right in the middle, we'll just take a peek just for fun. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to be available. So 3645, we are walking in the right direction. That's not him. Must be over here. Yeah, so right around here, he would be somewhere, or maybe down in there. So we're looking for Bailor. He might be in this area. Okay, don't see these people. There he is right there. So he's not available anymore. That was part of the quest to get your cool hammer. All right, so let's add also... Let's copy this one over. And let's make a Paladin. Let's change it over and make it like maybe a little darker. Paladin quest. And then we'll make a little... This was called... We're going to actually gray this one out. It's called Bailor's Ore Shipment. Okay, that is great. We're going to gray it out because you can't actually get it anymore. So what was this quest? This is the one that used to be part of where you'd go over to the Diremaul Ogres to build Varrigan's Fist. It says, "Ach, you startled me. Can't you see I was lost in thought? What's that? Georgian's Shipment for Ironforge? Ah, yeah, I know what you speak of. Mogrash Ogres, that's who took me old friend's ore shipment. Caravan was heading here from the wetlands and was ambushed. The guard who survived their attack just passed away a few days ago. Healer couldn't get to him fast enough. If you want the shipment, you'll have to head northeast across the loch. It's got to be there somewhere. And it is, it's not that hard. So any luck yet? Ha, those ogres didn't get the best of you, did they? Yup, this is it. Ha, if I'd known you're really gonna head out there and fight some of them ogres, I would have given you a list of things to get instead of just this one thing. But you're not here doing business for me, are you? A deal's a deal. Jordan wanted a shipment of me ally. That's what he's gonna get. Tell him hello for me and be safe. So I think it's not that it's not available. I bet if you had that original quest in your log to get the hammer, might not let you complete it, but maybe it would have let you complete that. Maybe that's how it slipped through. Now, the Symbol of Life, let's see this one. This says it's still available. So we can pop by and get this. This quest is available to Dwarf Paladins only. Oh, bro. Are you freaking does not appear for a human paladin. Is Tome of Divinity a real quest still? This quest was marked removed. And what level do you have to be? Level 7? Oh, no. Oh. So, in order for us to really be sure, let's I'm going to log out real quick to see if I have a dwarf paladin. I don't know. I don't think I do. Let me try to remember what my paladins are. Meanwhile, we're going to walk up to Stormpike. I know I have a Blood Elf paladin already. I have a Tauren paladin. Oh, man. Bummer. So, that is a quest that maybe exists, maybe doesn't. It is part of a quest line that doesn't exist anymore. So, there is a fair chance that this doesn't actually exist anymore because the human versions don't exist. And I wonder if... I'm just getting this ore. I wonder if it's just another one of these that hasn't been taken out of the game. It does say you can get it if you're a dwarf paladin, but I suspect it's not really there. And in order for us to check, we're going to have to make a dwarf paladin and bring him to level 7. We are now level 10. We got a bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's see what unlocked here. Can't loot that guy. Alright, so we gained Journeyman Riding. Perfect. So right off the bat, let's look at our mounts. We can now ride these now these different mounts opened up. Why is it filtering? See, ride along. That's why. I can now ride ground mounts. Oh, I have this gigantic Gerlock. Let's open it, I guess. Cool. Alright, so we have a bunch of neat mounts. I'm not gonna do... We'll be a little bit generic here, and I'm just gonna get like a Paladin's horse mount or something like that. See what kind of charger we have. Just looking for some... That's a cool Tyrian charger. It does look cool. Molly, that's one of my favorite mounts. Okay, we just have a regular mountain horse. That's later in the game. These are the regular horses available. Can I filter? No. Filter by sources? No, I don't want to do that. I feel like I bought like every kind of horse. Yeah, Swift Brown Steed. So that one, that's OG right there. Swift White Steed. A war horse. Now that I'm a... Yeah, there we go. Because I'm a paladin guy. Alright, we'll put that on. Sure, why not? Okay, so now we can ride our paladin warhouse around. I'll be generic with this little horse. It is a 100... So automatically it just jumps us up to 100% speed. That's great. What else did we gain? We gained Sense Undead, which that's just silly. I'll put that up there, but now I can turn that on and we can have Sensing Undead available. Ooh. And also gained Divine Shield, so we finally did gain a defensive buff. I love that. What does it do? Immunity for 8 seconds and immunity to knockback. It gives you 30 seconds of forbearance. Okay, so I want to put that on the healing side of things. That's next to my immunities. Okay, so now I have my healings and immunities kind of side by side. Let me move these actually. Okay, so we have my immunities and my healings. All right, what else did we gain? We have unlocked Dungeon Finder, Battlegrounds, Specs, and Talents. We have unlocked Flying Mounts. We just can't ride them because we don't have Journeyman riding. We have unlocked Warsong Gulch and Arathi Basin. Hey, what's up, buddy?
You got my attention. Watch your back.
We gained an achievement, Fast and the Furious, level 10. We now gained Second Wind. But that's when you're flying. So, if you're skyriding. Gotcha. So now we need to look at our talents. So we are going to activate whichever spec you want. I know you can continually switch. We're going to become a protection paladin. Use holy magic to shield themselves and defend allies from attackers. Preferred weapons, sword, mace, or axe, and shield. Primary stat is strength. We'll become a protection paladin. So, I'm going to assume that this quest is not available anymore, considering the other racial versions are not. And what would you even do with the Symbol of Life, considering the quest it's tied to? This is the repeatable version. I just think it hasn't been removed. So it says, if you fail to help Narm after you've used the Symbol of Life, then return to me and I shall give you another. It's important to both my husband and I that you return successful. Please make haste. It's just the repeatable version to give you the Symbol of Life. So I don't really think it's real. Oopsie. I'm going for letters. Yeah. All right. And then the only other paladin quest is called Seeking the Kor Gem. That is also part of that quest. Greetings. Let's see what people say. Soloed this. This is back in 2007. It's part of the Paladin quest that was marked obsolete by Blizzard. The Nagas you kill are... yeah, see, this is also not... yeah, it's not real anymore. If you remember what this quest was, this was part of the chain. See, this was part of that same quest to get Varrigan's Fist. So I have to believe it is not real. The one person even said you can't pick it up again. So Seeking the Kor Gem, maybe if you were already on it, it would let you turn it in to try to work towards Varrigan's Fist. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the 3 Paladin quests we just listed are not real. Okay. We were also looking at... let's keep looking at our stuff. Just to peek through, we'll go back to that. We missed one of the New Year's Eve quests. I'm really bummed about that. Molten Core still has some, but those are reputation quests. Mages have a couple that maybe are... so look, those look like they've been removed, but there's all those old ones in Encourage that are not. Lunar Festival's coming up. Legendary is going to be cool to get. There is one leatherworking quest that is Alliance. So that's going to be our boy here when we do this. Yeah. We do this on our Horde. That's fine. On our Alliance guy. Okay. That's Ironforge. Herbalism. That's root samples. And it is Northern Barrens. Can be either faction. Harvest Festival. Hallows End. Nomergon. Bunch of fishing, but they're almost all tied to the Stranglethorn Vale fishing contest. There's still the triage if you can get high enough on first aid, but first aid doesn't exist anymore. Do you need... I'm... like, if first aid doesn't exist, how are you supposed to be doing this? The quest is no longer doable. It's acceptable, but that guy doesn't exist? No, you can... Yeah, go to Zadorny. I'm not worried about that. Here you go. It's bandaging... I wonder if this quest are only available to tailors, or are they removed? Yeah, so now you have to be a tailor. So that's the slight difference. This is, instead of a first aid quest, this is a tailoring quest. Okay. So I think that might still be available. We just have to treat it as tailoring. A couple epics that we already talked about that we can't actually do those. We'll continue those later. Elwynn is done. I'm just kind of scanning through to see where we go next. We actually do have some Darkmoon Fair quests to do. The 2 Deeprun Tram quests, I forgot. We can actually do those. Should we do those? I don't know if we should do those on our Alliance or our Horde. I mean, on this guy or our...
Talk to me.
Alright, Stormpike's delivery.
Well, if it isn't a young, bristling paladin, no doubt drawn here by talk of my exploits in fields of battle, no time for stories now, for there are great, important deeds that need doing. So if you're looking for glory, the luck shines on you today.
Off with you.
You've come all the way from Stormwind. I hear it's getting dicey down there in the human lands, with brigands and orcs running about. Perfect place for a paladin to prove his worth.
Watch your back.
Aha, so Grimman finally finished my axe. Can't wait to try it against some trugs and kobolds. Many thanks, Cleavenger. It was a long distance to travel for this delivery. Here's some coins for your efforts.
Great. Alright. We're gonna hearth back. And I think we're actually not gonna go do the orc stuff today because it's a little bit silly. So let's do this little Deeprun Tram. Considering it's just 2 quick quests, we should be able to do that. You can do that with starting in Stormwind or starting in Ironforge. So we can start here. Go over to the tram and mess with those 2. And then tomorrow we will kick off Duratar and do all of that stuff. We're getting pretty close to... I think probably within 1 to 2 weeks at the rate we're going, we'll wrap up all of the lore available. And then at that point in time, I'm going to start doing little snippets of this more frequently. Where's the tram? I think it's up there in the Dwarven District. We're so close to being able to buy... We need 5 more silver, so maybe after we complete the Deeprun Tram, we can buy our bank slot. I'll just blow all my gold on that. Okay. Let's see if these 2 quests are available still. I like that we can ride our horse all the way here. Alright, so the 2 quests for the Deeprun Tram were from those little gnome brothers, and I believe that these still exist. cool for us. There's Nipsy. Maybe they don't exist. Or maybe I have to go...
Good day to you.
That's the Deeprun Tram Kebab. Maybe I have to go on to the other one to start it. Okay, so... Deeprun Rat Roundup. This is started by Monty on the other side. So... maybe we have to do the other one first. Or maybe it's all, like... fun little quest. Like, and maybe we have to do the other... what's the other one called? My Brother Nipsy. Yeah, so then he gives you the quest to come here. So even though it's not listed as a two-parter, I think it is. Alright, so we'll do our 2 Deeprun Tram quests. What else? So Dark Moon Fair, that's coming up, but we're not going to do those quests tomorrow. Alchemy, we have to have an alliance. That's a ton of Ultrac Valley quests we're going to have to do on both sides. Sumerathi Basin, bunch of Ashenvale. There's a couple Blackrock Depths still available. Those are the blacksmithing we've been planning. Children's Week, Cold Ridge, there's a few. There are a few cooking. Specifically, we need a Horde cook. Got it. That Dark Moon Fair one, we will look up how to accomplish those quests. Oh, you know what we need to do is we have to look at our spec and find out. So now that we are this, we actually have to do these quests. So we gain an aura. We have Crusader aura, Mounted Speed, Devotion aura, Concentration. So we gain all 3 auras. Interrupt and silent effects are shorter. Damage taken by 3%. Or the Mounted Speed. That's pretty cool. So I can keep Crusader aura on for right now. Here is our little buddy.
Can I help you?
Avast, ye scallywag. Arr, you looking for work? We got a serious rat problem down here and not enough hands on the poop deck. What do you say? All he needs to do is take this here rat-catching flute and play the melody around the vermin. They'll follow you to the end of the world. Just capture 5 of the little brothers and bring them back here. We need them alive. Arr.
Be seeing you.
So pretty cool. So now you just play this flute. And it's really old school too, where you don't just hover over them, like you have to go into your inventory and click it.
I'm out of range.
That is old school. So they really have not changed this quest very much. There are little rats everywhere. There's no cooldown on it,
It's
but
too far away.
it's kind of neat that you can still do this quest. Okay, so we've got all these rats that are spazzing out.
Hey!
Yeah, Swabby, what be taking you so long?
Alrighty then.
These work nicely.
Oh, look at them, they're freaking out on me. They've got some effect on them.
My brother needs them still ticking and kicking as they go sour. You don't want to taste no sour rat kebab.
Off and away.
Love it.
Into the box, me pretties. That's it. One by one you go.
He's a rat extermination specialist.
Pleased to meet you.
My brother Nipsy. My brother Nipsy runs a rat kebab operation on the other side of Deeprun. You needs to take this here crate of rats to him before they go bad. Get to move on. You have ridden a tram before, It's easy, just step aboard when she arrives and enjoy the ride. And keep your arms and legs inside during the ride. That should be big leg for life. Okay, so we've got a carton of mystery meat. It's not a mystery. It's rat. We know exactly what it's for. And, yeah. Cool. Alright, so a couple little things as we walk here. Let's do this Deeprun Rat Roundup. Cool. Deeprun Rat Roundup. Nice. Got the Deeprun Tram category. And let's look at Prat Pally
spec. And then I like Icy Veins for this type of stuff. So this gives you, I don't even know what a hero talent tree is. So basically, best talents, do you want to do high 11.2 gear? Single target talents, Templar, focused on delves, Mythic Plus, block build. Talents explained. I don't feel like I need to have them explained. I get the concept. I just don't know.
Greetings.
Okay.
You'll find no finer rat kebab this side of Casmodon.
Your brother Nipsy.
Very good.
Nipsy puts his index finger through one of the air holes in the carton.
Alive and kicking in just in
Very well,
time.
then.
Poor Monty. Ever since the Nomragon incident, he hasn't been the same. That boy has never seen an ocean in his life, let alone being some kind of pirate.
Nipsey sighs.
At least he keeps the flow of twitching creatures coming.
And they just
Off
sell.
your way.
Okay, you can buy those Deeprun Rat Kebabs as needed. We're going to sell them. We do have enough gold to go open up our bank account now. Hooray! Deeprun Dram, we only have 6% because I think there's the Brawlers Guild or something like that that's in there. I don't know. Alright, so now we can go stash all of this stuff in the bank, thank goodness. And I don't know what I should pick. I obviously do not have the gear they're talking about, so I don't have tier 11.2 gear, which is the gear for...
You need something?
Alright, fine. 1 gold. Bought it. So now we have a bank. And let's put, first of all, these gems, which we don't really need. Okay, everything else I'm going to save. That can get sold. And now we put all of the 6 belts and 4 of the 6 axes ready to go. And let's go sell this stack of kebabs. Love it. Loving it.
Would you like to purchase something?
Yeah, I would. 60 silver. Okay.
All right.
I mean 60 copper. Alright. That's about it for this character. Other than let's look at the talent and figure that out real quick. So it gives you a little rotation. I don't really care that much about this. So if we look at single target talent, no. Delves, weekly keys, lightsmith, block build, high keys, single target lightsmith. That's with the 11.2 tier, meaning I'm guessing like the best set. World Quest, no. PV, I don't care about PvP at all. So Lightsmith versus, or Templar. What is the difference between being Lightsmith? Okay, Prot, Pally, Lightsmith versus Templar. See, I don't know any of this crap. Lightsmith edges out Templar. I can't really understand. Most of this is determined by a robot. They're similar at the base level. They run the same abilities in trees. Ba-ba-bum. Don't trust it as gospel. Templar can do more damage. Boop, 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 boop. So that's just... I would go Templar until you get greater... Balancing is showing favor toward light. This is all 5 months ago, too. Lightsmith says better overall, which is going to make you go defensive, which might be boring. Okay, so I like that. Lightsmith, see, these two are, plus this is Templar no tier and Templar with delves, which I don't care about. High keys versus weekly keys. I definitely don't want that one because I don't have this. So Mythic Plus or block build. I'm gonna go Mythic Plus because it seems cooler. That's just where we're gonna go. All right, so we start with Lay on Hands. So actually, let's get out of here because now I have all of this junk added in here. And one of the main ones I just gained is Lay on Hands. Heals instant heal, 10-minute cooldown, can't be used on forbearance. 100% of my max health, so if I use it on myself, it's 100% of my health. So it's a nice, long cooldown instant heal. Great. Okay. That is the only one I gained for Paladins. Oh. I also gained the Mastery for Divine Bulwark. So this is... It increases my chance to block. While I'm inside of my own consecration, I take less damage, and I have a block chance to reduce my damage from dots, and increases my attack power. So what that's telling me is, I always want consecration up at all times. So, that now moves... That's going to move consecration to the top of my list. Because with this build, it seems like I always want it. Alright, I also have the Auras of the Resolute, right? So, it gives me my 3 auras. Concentration Aura, Devotion Aura, and Crusader. Of course, the mount speed is great when I'm running around. If I keep on Devotion, it's going to reduce my damage, which seems good too. And then this other one, it reduces interrupt and silent effects. It feels like that's going to be more niche. All right, so I want to be picking up Hammer of Wrath here. I like to go by tiers. I don't really care that much about the order because we'll get there pretty fast. So this is a 30-yard range with a cooldown. The Divine Hammer does 161 damage. For a frame of reference, that puts it as a little bit stronger than my Judgment. It generates holy power, but it's only usable if they're in execution or if I'm in Avenging Wrath mode. Got it. Okay, so this becomes like high priority as well because it's going to do more damage if because I'm not going to be able to use it very much, and the goal is to generate that holy power as fast as possible. So these two are going to be... I'm going to want to be generating so that I can spend. Got it. Okay. Makes sense. I just have to kind of get back into the flow of that. Alright, so... This is cool. We made some good progress. Did I add my brother Nipsy? No, I did not. Is that what that was called? Yeah, my brother Nipsy. So that is the last one of that. There is not a lot of, like, I don't know. I'm not that worried. We'll catch up. There's a very real possibility if you look at some of the in-game quests right here. Like, we're all good on this. I'm not worried about some of these. A lot of these are not going to actually exist. We have currently done, we've roughly covered 30, 40 quests right now out of the available quests in the game. Elwynn is one of the OG, like, unchanged ones. As you saw, there's a lot less, like, Lochmodan. There's a few Cold Ridge Valley that we can do in the beginning. Maybe we can do them still. Maybe we can't. And then you look over to Dunmorog. There's a handful. But you look at Durotar. First of all, there was no Valley of whatever, so that's completely scrapped. There's only 6 Durotar quests that we can do. And then we can move over to Orgrimmar and do some of those too. Yeah, so there's just... Elwynn was one of the biggest ones, and we basically... Now, Felwood, for instance, that one's tons. We can still go back and do tons of those. As we learned with First Aid, that's whatever. So we're going to work our way through here. But you look at like another one, go to the last page. Westfall, 2 quests. That's it. That Furrowbrowed Deed that is actually picked up in Elwynn. And the Cluck quest, which is a special little quest we can pick up. So that's it. Winterspring, 1 quest, which is actually getting exalted with the Timber Maul. So it's going to be really weird getting a lot of these because we're going to be going through and looking and trying our best to figure it out, you know. And I think we're going to find a big chunk of these quests are not available anymore. So is what it is too, and we'll be slowly transitioning after that point. It is going to slow down and let us catch up, because there will come a point when we are working on these Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. If these are available, we're going to have to get people up to level 30, and then we're going to have to constantly run this content to get whatever it is it takes. And I don't know how fast that's going to take. We're going to have to get all of our classes over to Temple of Ahn'Qiraj at some point, for instance. But Naxxramas doesn't exist, because they completely revamped that. So you go back to Naxxramas, there is no Naxxramas entry. It's fully gone. So that is what it is, and it's cool. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching, listening, and tuning in. As always, I have a ton of fun doing this, and I think we're making great progress. I'll catch everybody on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one's in the pipe. 5x5.